Hello, Blogosphere. Welcome. My name is Nick Kaminsky, and for those of you who know me, and for that I am truly sorry, but for those of you fuckers who know me, you know that one of my favorite things in the world to do is drink. But one of my other favorite things in the world to do is cook. Really, it's eating. Eating is my favorite thing to do in the world. But to eat really well, it helps to cook. So I figure, hey, why not make a video cooking blog to show all you people? And you know, you could learn a few things about me, I could learn a few things about you, and you can maybe make some tasty food at home. And of course, the first thing we're gonna do, if I had a gun to my head, like a big motherfucking John Woo style gun to my head, doves flying all over the place, and they're like, what's the one thing that you're gonna eat before I blow your brains out? It would be a cheeseburger. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the meat for the patties. I washed my hands, don't worry, that's important. You should wash your hands. I made sure to not scratch my genitals in between the last time I just washed my hands and now. But for the meat, I'm gonna use about, this is about a half a pound of ground pork. This is about a half a pound of ground beef. Pig is a really awesome animal, and the reason for that is that it's generally really sweet. Just naturally. It's just a naturally sweet meat. And it's really moist, and it's really gonna add a nice little juiciness to the burger that it wouldn't have if it was just beef. That's my own opinion about it. Holy shit! I forgot to put on my chef coat. How is this so far? Is it alright? You need to flavor your meat as much as possible. We're gonna put garlic. If you cook anything and you don't use garlic, you are a wrong, stupid person. And then the other thing we're gonna put in there is some shallot. But a shallot is like a small onion. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's a little sweeter. It has a little bit more kind of flavor in it. And you're gonna cut the shallot. So that's pretty good. This is gonna go in the meat, so you do want it chopped up nice enough because you don't want to get big bites. The thing about cooking is it's not a science. It's an art. It's you're splashing paint on a canvas. If it looks like it needs, taste it. Does it need a little bit more salt? Throw some more salt in there. Does it need, does it need to be a little sweeter? Sprinkle some lemon juice. It's not about exact measurements. This is my favorite part of cooking. Oh, and then it just comes right off. You just crush it with your knife, and it's so much fun, and it feels so satisfying to do. A nice little chunk of garlic is never like a bad thing, but if it's too much, it's not going to cook evenly in the burger as the rest of the pieces. So you want everything to cook uniformly, always. And now the last thing that we're going to chop up a little bit is just some parsley. It's just nice to have a little bit of green in there. It just adds a little bit of freshness to the burger. Choppy chop the parsley parse. Yeah, okay. This is extremely important, but this is salt. This is pepper. And I'm not trying to sound like a dickhead when I say this, but do not be afraid to season your meat. This is a lot of meat here, okay? This is over a pound. Use salt, use pepper. I will give myself fucking carpal tunnel using this pepper shaker. And now we need to make the patties. It's important to use both hands when you're making your meat. And when you're rubbing your meat, you gotta use both your hands, and you gotta. That's one. We're gonna have 4 decent sized burgers. They're gonna be, pretty big. So I actually chop up my onions. I like to do them in kind of thin little strips. Yoink, 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 yoinky, yoinky, yoink. Be generous with your mushrooms, people. If you don't like mushrooms, turn the fucking blog off. I recommend cooking in cowboy boots. So now I'm just putting the mushrooms and the onions together. About 150 mushrooms and 1 small diced yellow onion. Yeah. So, the best part of my burger, the Patented Nick burger, is the curried Sriracha Mayonnaise. I don't have curry powder tonight, so it's not curried Sriracha Mayonnaise, but I have cumin and I have some crushed red pepper, and it's going to be delicious anyway. Just check that out. That's how much. And now I'm going to pour a generous amount of sriracha or cock sauce on top of it. Now this is going to be a really delicious, spicy, tangy version of mayonnaise, because it's mostly mayonnaise here, but it's going to just taste really, really fantastic. I mean, if you're not a fan of spicy, This might not be the best thing for you. If you aren't, then I think you have bigger problems in your life. I think you should dig on some spicy food. This part of the burger, of the recipe, I kind of figured out in Thailand because, you know, it's fucking Asia and it's chili paste and they put it on everything and it's delicious. Can you use a little bit more heat?
Jesus.
Now we're ready to start cooking. So, we have our hot as shit pans frying up. I just put about 2 tablespoons worth of butter and I'm going to put about a tablespoon worth of oil. Cause who gives a shit? For the burgers, get that nice and hot. Great. This is a really good way to cook your burger. This is what we're going to do. Check this shit out. You're going to make an indentation in the middle of your burger. About 2 inches of diameter, like this. I don't remember exactly why, but it makes the whole burger cook more evenly or something. But we're going to make this little indentation. It's going to make the burger cook better. And do that on all 4 of these guys. We're going to push down a little bit where you're using your 2 fingers. Sometimes you could use 3, you know, if the burger's up for it, you know. Sometimes it hurts if you use 3, but sometimes 2 is just not enough. 1 is not enough. 4 is going crazy. You might as well just fucking shove your whole fist in the burger then, you know what I mean? Okay, this is important now. And this was my own fault for a long time, is like you put the burger on there and you want to like stir it around, you want to cook it, you know what I mean? You want to flip it around, let it cook. We're going to let it sit for about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, we're going to see. Throwing some oil on here. That's a wok. That was another gift from Mama. The thing about mushrooms is they're delicious, right? They're already browning. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. This is really high. You can use a medium heat. We're going to use some salt and pepper. And I said, you know, get your hand job motion into it.
Smells amazing.
Pepper. Yeah, it smells amazing, right? Because I know what's up. Salt. Really got to season your food, people. I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to put this on the burger too because it's just a little bit extra spice. It's not even like spicy, it's just good flavor. Okay?
Do it again.
Oh my god, that smells like mushrooms and it's so good. Oh, hold on. No.
Oh yeah, that's for the blog. That's for the blog.
Need salt. It's very important that you taste your food as you go because it's the only way to, it's cooking. Okay, it's not baking. You don't put it in the oven and then hope it turns out well. You taste it as you go, man. It's really awesome. You can't just scope something out of nowhere and be like, oh, that doesn't look like a penis, you know? It has to look like a penis when you do it. Painting, you can fucking paint over that non-penis 6 times if you want. The mushrooms are good. We're just going to let those saute a little bit more. We're going to let those soften. The onions need to cook about the same as the mushrooms. Want everything to be nice and soft. I've added enough seasoning. I prefer my burgers medium. I think medium well is a little bit more socially preferred. It's just, you know, you still want there to be that tiny little bit of pink in the center. You know, and this is tough. It's the tough part about cooking meat is it's kind of a guessing game because you can't fuck around and move it around too much. You gotta, you know, kind of get it right at the right in the first shot. Burgers are still going. You're starting to smell it. Oh god, it smells good in here. It smells really fucking good in here. I'm getting nods of approval from my crew. It's really tempting right now. I want to fucking fondle every single one of them and be like, are you getting cooked well enough? But you can't. You gotta just let them do their thing. You know what I mean? It's been about 4 to 5 minutes that these have been cooking on high. I'm going to flip these puppies. You see this? They've got, oh, you see that? They've got a nice little color on them. They're getting cooked well. So we're going to cook these for about another 5 minutes. Pour the cheese on there. This is Munster. Where the whiskey at, bitch? That's just going to cook for a minute. And then go assemble. Cut. We've got our grilled, sauteed mushrooms and onion mixture. I really like the contrast of the hot and the cold. I like to have both elements going on in my burger, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Sriracha Mayonnaise on the bottom bun. We're going to put a tomato and another half a tomato, because, yeah. This is just iceberg. I chopped it up. And I fucked your mother. And now we're going to just put a little bit of our warm sauteed mushroom and onion mixture on top. I'm going to do a little bit of like a happy clap. It's going to get all over the place. It's going to be a little messy. That's okay. That is Nick Kaminsky's patent burger. Let's take a bite and let's see how it turned out. All right, let's get a good. I want to make sure I get the onion. I want to make sure I want to get the.
Well, crispy. Shut up.
Yep. You can really taste the garlic and the meat. Fuck yeah. God damn, that's fucking good. The pork, the garlic, and the fucking sriracha, it all goes really well. Got your little bit of the sauteed things on top. You got your raw vegetables on the bottom. You got your Sriracha Mayonnaise giving you a kick. It's fantastic. I need to make some more for my crew because they've been watching me cook all day. And if I didn't make them burgers, then I would be a total fucking asshole.
Allie doesn't like mushrooms.
Allie's stupid, and I hope she watches. I hope she's the first one to watch this. Mushrooms are fucking awesome. I don't just like mushrooms. I like that I like mushrooms. Like, it's like a positive quality trait I find in myself.